never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Find another reason to.
Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Happy Saturday to everybody. Coming up 1 week from today is the 37th annual Royal Rumble, and it will take place in St. Petersburg, Florida. Now, do you remember about a decade or so ago, I guess it was now, when they had the Royal Rumble was 40 people? Because when Alberto Del Rio won it, they said he won the largest ever Royal Rumble, because up until that point, they had all been 30 people. I don't know why they did 40 that year, unless it was just to show how good Alberto Del Rio was during that time span. But they should go back to that, especially right now with this stacked deck of a lineup of talented wrestlers they have. And they always bring back, 4 or 5 surprises for just that night. So you only have 30 men, and then you throw in 4 or 5 surprises, and then people on the main roster actually get left out. So I wish they would go back to the 40-man Battle Royal, to be honest with you, for the Royal Rumble. But so far, we only have 4 matches announced for the Royal Rumble next Saturday. I'm sure they're going to announce one more. I don't know what it'll be, because there really isn't anybody feuding with either of the ladies who are champion to have a women's championship match. And in case you have not heard, Seth Rollins actually suffered an injury on Raw this past Monday. They're still not quite sure yet how serious it is. If it's serious and he has to have surgery, I'm sure he will relinquish the title. But at minimum, he's going to miss the Royal Rumble unless he goes out there and wrestles injured. So Seth Rollins is off the card. If they do find out between now and next Saturday that he is going to have surgery, what are they going to do with his belt? Are they going to have some kind of tournament that starts at the Royal Rumble, and the winner of that tournament is the new champion? Are they just going to pick 2 random guys and put them in that match and say the winner is champion? They could make it to where the winner of the Royal Rumble gets his belt. They could make it where the winner of the Royal Rumble chooses to wrestle for that belt. There's many ways they can go with it, but I'm not sure what they'll do, especially considering we don't know how long Seth Rollins is going to be out. Now, if you follow the channel, then you know a couple of years ago I sprained my ACL and MCL in a wrestling ring, and I was out of the ring for 5 months. Now, that 5 months felt like 5 years, but it was only 5 months. And, of course, the ACL is worse than the MCL. All they're saying right now is that he has hurt his MCL, but they're not saying how bad it is, so I don't think he'll be on the card. So we have the men's Royal Rumble and we have the women's Royal Rumble. And then, of course, we have the Fatal 4-Way for the undisputed Universal WWE World Championship. And then we have Logan Paul and Kevin Owens. And I'm sure they're going to add at least one more because it's hard to make people want to watch a premium live event if they look on the card and you only have 4 matches. But since there really isn't another big time feud going on right now, I don't know who it'll be. And I don't want them just pick 2 random people and put them in a match to be match fillers. It wouldn't surprise me at all if they have some kind of match between somebody in Karrion Kross's group against somebody in Bobby Lashley's group. They could go 100 directions with that, but it would not surprise me at all since it looks like those 2 groups are feuding now if they have some kind of match involving some members of those groups at the Royal Rumble. The good thing is now that the roster is so deeply talented, it's hard to guess and predict who's going to win, and that's what you want. You didn't want it like last year when November came around and everybody knew, hey, Cody Rhodes is going to win the Rumble. That's boring. You don't want that. And this year you can ask 10 people who's going to win, and they're all going to give you a different opinion. That's what you want. You don't like it when it's predictable. And the Women's Rumble is going to be even more predictable because now that Charlotte Flair is going to be out for at least 9 months due to an injury, and there's really no other female right now that they're pushing like crazy, you could guess just about any woman on the Raw or NXT or SmackDown roster, and you might be right. So it should be a very good Royal Rumble because the Royal Rumble is always good. But this year, it's unpredictable, and that's what you want. So any thoughts on it, please feel free to let me know. Homes for Our Troops is a publicly funded 501c nonprofit organization that builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans. Since the 2004 inception, nearly 90 cents of every dollar spent has gone directly to our program services for veterans. Visit at hfotusa.org. I'll make one early prediction, and I'll go ahead and say that I believe Roman Reigns, as bad as I hate to say it, I believe he keeps his belt and he'll walk out of the Royal Rumble still the champion. And I hate to see it. I hate to think about it, but I got a feeling that's what's going to happen. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. There's a musical about a man that climbs on top of people's houses and relieves himself. I think it's called Piddler on the Roof. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.